Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about how to deal with the difficult times during your spiritual awakening. Let's get started. The spiritual awakening process is filled with emotional highs and emotional lows. And certain times during your spiritual awakening, it just seems like nothing is going your way. But what's important to remember is the most growth that you're going to make is not when it is easy. It's when you're being challenged, when your beliefs are being challenged, when your actions are being challenged as far as how you're reacting to situations. And what's really important to remember, no matter how it has to come forth, what is meant for you will come forth. The individuals who are meant to come in your life will come in your life at the perfect divine timing. And sometimes it does have to come around in a roundabout way. But the truth of the matter is, whatever is meant to happen for you is going to happen for you. But during these stages, oftentimes it is challenges that are being brought forth in order for you to discover yourself at an even deeper level. And oftentimes these challenging times that are coming forth are just being brought forth in order to prove something to yourself. Whether it's to prove that you're ready, you have gained enough knowledge, you've been preparing for this, and now you're going to overcome this challenge, or else it's to show you possibly a certain set limited belief that's been holding you back. It's being brought forth to continue to raise your level of courage, to gain more confidence, more self-worth, more self-love. And what's particularly important during these difficult times, try to take a step back and see it from a neutral point of view instead of quickly overreacting. Take a step back and just think for a minute. What am I meant to learn during this difficult time? Why does it seem that I'm being challenged when this task should be easily overcome? Really start looking at this, because once you start looking at the deeper meanings behind what's happening, example, why you're being triggered, it's going to allow you to heal at an even deeper level. It's going to allow you to let go of a certain set limited belief. And not only this, it's going to give you more and more courage to start to follow your intuition, to start to follow that inner voice, that inner guidance that's telling you this is the path you should be heading down. And the truth of the matter, if everything was easy during your spiritual awakening, you wouldn't gain any knowledge. You wouldn't gain any wisdom. You wouldn't be able to heighten up your spiritual abilities. Everything would be too easy. Therefore, you wouldn't progress as much as you are right now. And it might seem, you might think, yeah, but it just doesn't seem like I've progressed. If you're looking just at your outside reality, as far as what is it that you've manifested, it might seem like you have made no progress whatsoever. And it most likely seems like, if anything, you've taken several steps back because you've had things that have been removed out of your life. But think about this. Whatever has been removed, if you're able to maintain high enough vibrations, if you're able to work on whatever is coming up, you're assuring yourself the highest timelines possible for the manifestation that you want to bring forth. And oftentimes, when it seems like nothing is going your way, when it just seems like the world is out to get you, start thinking about, what are you resisting? Really start to think about this, because I'm telling you this, once you're able to start noticing, okay, what are you resisting? Things are going to go a lot smoother. Example, let's say you're at a job that you really don't like at this very moment, and you're going into work and it's just, I hate this job, I just can't wait to be done my day. And you most likely have noticed this. Once you have these types of thoughts, what ends up happening is your day just seems to drag on. You just never seem to be able to, like example, leave the office, leave your work. You're always having to put in the extra time. Whereas if you're able to just get into the flow, stop resisting, remain as present as possible, and just not worry about when you're going to get off. What you're going to notice, your day's going to go by a lot faster. And not only that, you're most likely going to get off of work a lot sooner because you're no longer resisting what's happening in front of you, what you're going through. Therefore, you're going to get through it a lot faster. And the truth of the matter is, you are going to have some bad days. But what you're going to notice is they're going to be fewer and further in between. And when it does, when you do have just this horrible day, nothing seems to be going your way, I like to disconnect. I like to completely disconnect. Example, disconnect from electronics. If I'm able to go out in nature, just clear my mind, just relax, get in the present moment, or else do something that I'm passionate about just to get myself in that present moment to forget about the horrible day, as an example I've just had. And not only this, getting to bed early. Anytime I have a horrible day, I make sure to get to bed at least an hour or two before I normally do. Because what's the point? You know what I mean? When your days just aren't going right, what's the point of resisting, as in staying up, or else doing something that you don't enjoy? You're just stretching out that day. But by pulling back, disconnecting, example, from electronics, disconnecting from individuals, going out in nature, or else doing something that you're passionate about, just sitting, meditating, or else reading a book, something that you're interested in, you end up clearing that mind. And what you're gonna notice, these days are truly gonna become fewer and further between. You're gonna notice that it's gonna be sometimes months in between days that you actually like, oh my god, everything is just not going my way, because you're progressing on your journey. All the inner work that you've done is now reflecting out into your reality. Is before my spiritual awakening, let me tell you this, my world was literally chaotic. Individuals were not kind and loving and caring like they are now, because it was how I felt on the inside. But it's having done all this inner work that's now been reflecting out into my reality. And that's why the majority of the time I have calm, peaceful days. But the lessons never stop. Don't think for a second that I'm done with the lessons. The lessons, it's an ongoing life lesson that we're on right now. But by letting go of that resistance, just pushing through what's coming forth, and realizing, looking at it from a perspective that, okay, I'm here to learn something. What am I meant to learn out of this situation? What self-limited belief am I meant to let go of? What is coming up as an example from your past that now, seeing this situation here, is now allowing you to let that go as far as this past painful experience? And one self limited belief, as far as in this matrix, that the majority of individuals are hanging on to so tight, is what's the easiest way, the quickest way, what is the way with the least amount of effort to accomplish something. This is one set limited belief that doesn't work. It might work for 1 or 2% of the population. You just happen to be at the right place at the right time. But for the vast majority, you have to put in the time and the effort in order to accomplish your dreams. You have to gain the knowledge. You have to gain the wisdom. You got to do the inner work. So don't give up. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that's driving you, continue pushing forward. And sometimes, you know what? Whenever something just doesn't seem to be propelling itself, it just doesn't seem to be really taking off quickly, take it as, I still have things that I must learn. Take it as, there's certain life lessons that I'm learning right now, because in life it's not always going to be easy. Even after your awakening, once you've had your awakening, it's not a matter of, oh, life is always great, everything is always beautiful, everything's working out all the time. No, we're meant to learn, we're meant to actually see a reality, but now it's the way that we perceive it, it's the way we react to these situations that's going to help you evolve. It's not just pretending everything is fine. But during this time, you're able to work with spirit. You're able to work with your angels and your guides as far as how is it that you want to move forward. What struggles do you have? I'm telling you this, once you start opening up to them about what struggles you're currently facing, how is it that you want to move forward, you're going to start to notice all of a sudden these big walls that have been placed in front of you are going to start to crumble down one after another. There might be some lag. There might be some lag between asking for it and receiving it. But during this time, instead of always thinking, when's this manifestation going to come forth? When is it going to come forth? Think about, how am I able to better prepare myself to receive it? And not only this, enjoy the journey. Because the whole point of this spiritual awakening is not about the destination. It's about just continuing on the journey. Because you're going to notice you're going to continually evolve. You're going to get to a certain stage. You're going to be like, wow, I am set. That is it. That was my dream. I have accomplished it. That is it. No. Throughout time, your dreams just keep getting bigger. You just keep getting bigger ideas as far as how is it that you're meant to move forward. And that's what you have to think about, is how to continually move forward, how to continue to grow those dreams. Don't be afraid to dream big as far as whatever business idea, whatever passion that you have. How are you able to build it? How are you able to make it even bigger? And what's important to remember is the reason why 99% of the population fail as far as bringing forth their dreams is they quit just before they're going to get ready to have that quantum leap. They're going to make that quantum leap. So whatever it is that you're dreaming about, if you're still passionate about it, if you still feel in your heart, this is what I'm meant to do, this is how I want to move forward, continue moving forward and stop looking at, example, let's say your business, it's not quite working out, you're not receiving the clients, you're not receiving the money for whatever it is that you're creating yet. Look how you're bringing forth abundance in different ways, because what ends up happening is, the more you tap into what it is that you're passionate about, you're going to be radiating out abundance. And what you're going to notice all of a sudden, oh my God, I just got this unexpected check in the mail. Oh, all of a sudden, let's say you're going out shopping and this item wasn't even on special, but you get to the cash register and you get 50% off. Really start looking at all the different ways that abundance is coming forth. And not only this, sometimes it might not be abundance as far as materialistic goods, but it could be abundance in energy, abundance in creativity, abundance in self-love, abundance in courage. Start looking at all the different ways that you're receiving abundance. Continue to become more and more grateful. And what's going to happen is you're going to start to feel more and more blessed. The majority of the days when I do feel blessed, it's not about bringing forth abundance as far as money. It's about certain experience. Sometimes it's little experiences that most people wouldn't know. It's little synchronicities, little signs. I'm having a certain thought, and then all of a sudden I end up seeing this sign, which is confirming exactly my beliefs. It's letting me know, listen, hang on just a little bit more. And that manifestation that you've got in your heart, that you can feel in your heart, is going to come forth. Trust us. And that's one of the reasons too, is to allow that trust and that faith and that certainty to grow. That's why sometimes that divine blessing that's going to come forth takes a little bit longer. But trust me, the emotions that you're going to feel as far as a love, joy, and bliss is far more powerful than what it is that you're going to attract the majority of the time. Example, if you manifest $1,000, yeah, you might be happy for a couple of days, but you're going to notice it's going to quickly die down. And the next thing you know, well, now I want to attract $10,000. And it's the same thing. You might be happy for a week or two, but it's truly about finding your inner happiness, finding what it is that you're passionate about, and putting that first, putting your inner happiness first above all. Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy on the inside, what does it matter what your reality is like? And if you're remotely feeling stressed, my friends, either do a little meditation, a 5-10 minute meditation just to relax, or go out in nature, clear that mind. Anytime you're stressing out, think about, am I stressing about the future, or is it something from the past? Get yourself in the present moment, clear that mind, and ask guidance from the divine. Ask guidance. You have an angelic team surrounding you with love. They're there to love you, nurture you, encourage you, and guide you. Ask for the guidance, whatever it is that you need, whatever blockages you have. Ask for them to help you out. And then get yourself all calm and relaxed. And that's when you raise your vibration. When you're able to be relaxed in the present moment, you're able to look at the progression that I've made on my spiritual journey. You're gonna raise your vibrations, and then you're gonna see your manifestations are gonna come a lot quicker. Well, that's gonna do it for the video. I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.